Okay, so we're gonna get started here. A few things after this week. If you have troubles getting onto these calls, let's set up a time that we can go through it, and so that you feel comfortable getting onto the calls and making sure that you can be here. 'Cause I hate for you to miss them live in case you have some good conversation that pops up from it. Before I hit record on this, Mickey and I were talking about how in our habits, we have these influences. They create the habit. Basically, they go into the habits, and so it ends up being like a vicious circle. And so it gave me like this in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, how our mindset can work is kind of like one of those roundabouts. I needed help with the word, but the roundabouts. And so, when we get into those roundabouts, if we don't know which direction or have an idea of where we want to go, we're just going to keep driving in circles. But it's good to know that you always have an option. Once you find the right direction, that you have that option to get off the roundabout, which is so super cool. So I love that. Mickey, you kind of mentioned that. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to re-say that. So that's like impactful enough for the whole day to just think, how in choice that we are, like how much that we can be in control of what choices that we make, and I know if you're on the religious side, God gave us free will, and that I think is where the subconscious comes in. It's like, but we need to know what to choose and have the right mentality about it and the right mindset. And so, we're not taken away from the power that we've been given through God, but now it's time for us to stand up and make the right choices. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
I like that analogy. I really do. I think the other thing too that helps, and that is you need to know where you want to go.
Yes.
And what you want to get to.
Yeah. Yeah. This is kind of putting you on the spot, Mickey. Gosh, I should have asked you before. Would you mind sharing briefly just how you've used the power of the avatar in your daily life? Would you mind sharing that?
Oh no, not at all.
I think it's awesome. I love how you're grasping it, and so I think maybe explain from you would be great.
Well, thank you. The avatar, the avatar of the person you want to be, which in reality is really you. It's just you without all the bound nature interfering. Anyway, really clicked with me, and I have pages. And I looked at emotionally, physically, spiritually. And so what I do is if there's a temptation to me for food, I think to myself, that's not really in my avatar description. And it helped me not go get ice cream this past weekend. And it helped me not go to Dollar General and get candy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just take it very, very simple, one thing at a time. And, it's just, and paper pencil really helps me where I can actually visually connect to it.
Yeah. So, I love it. And it's a process. And I mean, you have it pretty, very detailed out then, huh?
I do. I do because I just really wanted to create. I mean, this is a chance to create your avatar.
Yeah.
So don't hold back.
Exactly. And I think of if you have coworkers you have to work with, surely inside you're working with people in general, like how is this avatar character not going to react to somebody who says this type, certain comments? Or if you're a parent, and how are you going to react to, in the avatar, I know in mine is like, I'm a patient, loving, fun mom. But it's she in there. But yeah, if you can think each time about, this isn't the way that she would react. And so I have to play the character, because if you don't play the character, then the movie doesn't play out right, or the end result isn't so then taking it into, like, if you think of a play, you only have that one chance when you're in front of an audience to get that right that time. You've been practicing it, so the practice is right now. We're practicing. But then when it's time to perform, you have that one time. And so you have to know what your character would do. You can't decide to do something else, right?
Exactly. And
Yeah, I love it.
make it count. And, you know, but you have to do the work. You have to put the time in. You have to follow, the sequence of this program.
Yeah,
You can't jump in the middle and have it make sense. It won't.
yeah,
But it's worth it because it's going to get you where you want to be.
yeah, exactly. And it's not, I don't know if you've had days where it just doesn't happen, like the journaling. If you skip a day on journaling, it's not like you have to quit. You're going back. So I can promise and guarantee that the more connected that you are to even like these groups in these calls and asking questions and stuff, then the more you'll get out of it. We have with the MPI, he just changed the name of it. What did he just change it to? Mindset Matters Most is what he changed our Facebook group thing to. And it's like with BG, because everything's with BG, which is his name or his initials. But just the community, like we've met these people once. I haven't even met some of them, but how connected you can really feel to somebody, and to know that the person that's working over here is in the same position that you are, really, when it comes down to it. So let me grab Lily really quick.
Sure.
Lily, it's your turn. Sorry. No, that's okay. It's Mickey and I. She's forgiving me, aren't you, Mickey?
Absolutely.
My unorganizedness. Here we got Rocky. What is Rocky, right?
This is
Nugget.
Nugget.
Here, Mickey, you'll love this. This is Dana's dogs.
Nugget.
Where's she at? He at?
Oh.
He just got home from the groomers.
Oh, he's a senior dog, isn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, I love the seniors.
he's a good dog. But yeah. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? As far as, I want to be able to add more people to the group.
Okay.
And so what I wanted to try to do is, I think the mindset is where it starts at. But as we're kind of getting to know people and whatever, adding to the group, other questions pop up. Like, what can I make for easy, quick meals? Even like, what makeup does other people use? Or how do you overcome these obstacles? Stuff like that. Just talking about just general things. So I'm thinking of, it's still, the modules and everything will be here, and the basis of the program will be the mindset, rediscovering really who we are. But as you peel off these layers, so many things may come into light, like, oh my gosh, I want a new wardrobe, or this is what I want to do, and somebody in this community may have it. So I just wanted to start a women's Rediscover You group, where not only is it the mindset information, but it's also open to like any other questions that may come up. So there's no like bar on what can be asked. Does that sound even, or like, what did you do for your workout today? Just different things where you can post. But I'm thinking, if it turns out and we can get at least 6 to 10 people in the group, like how much more we can help each other. Because the modules are awesome and the communication is good, but what we can learn from other people also is, I think, priceless. So,
I agree. Kind of a support group, but learning from one another. I think that would be awesome. I really do.
So it'll be set up kind of the same, and we will still have the question and answer, and we'd still do these calls. But I might even, I think that I can open it up to where you can make comments on the page, like all the time, and to get some different dialogue going and stuff like that. Or if there's something that you wanted to know about, then it would just be more continuous. And the hopes would be is to get people from all over into this. So, if you think of somebody that's like, as you go through the mindset, as you go through the modules and the journaling and stuff, you're like, I wish I could share this with this person. Then to like share it with them, be like, you need to get in contact with, me, and we'll talk, and you have to hear about this program, and then I'll see, we interview and see if they're a good fit. Because there's so many times that I sit here and I'm like, that they need this program. And, I don't know the right way to approach different people. But I've just had it happen. And this is kind of more on like this really sad side, but where they're in such a depressed state that it ended like in suicide. And like, seriously, the week before I was like, I wish that I could get this program to them. And I didn't know what to say. So, just, we don't know who that it will help, but I think it's that powerful.
Oh, I
just over our own emotions and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So wouldn't that be so cool though? Okay, so we get this group of women together from like all over. Imagine that now we need to get together and meet them, and we have to go on a little vacation somewhere. So it's like we plan a little vacation, then we get to meet all of our women's group family and stuff like that. But it could just grow from there. And like they always say, surround yourself with people that they uplift you, and they are in the same that they're just supportive in not just your views, but just in their ambition and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm going. So if you have anybody that you think of that you'd like to share it with, I still, how you had said, getting like an informational meeting together in Hastings. I'm trying to get something together through Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And they'll send it out there. But even if, we got like 5 or 6 people together and they're like, just come and listen to what she says. I just want to share. I just want to share the concept and the idea behind it. And then if it's something that they see, they want to become part of the actual group, then, then we talk about it from there. But just people realizing that this is out there could be so beneficial.
Oh, I agree. And, the more people you touch, the more it's going to grow, because I'm going to tell people and they're going to tell people.
Right.
But I think that sounds great. I really do. And
awesome.
I'm anxious to kind of finish up the highlights of my Bound Nature, like Patty Procrastinator and Olga the Overthinker.
Oh yeah. Then are you doing the 911 journal type thing, or just kind of names of your Bound Nature?
Well, I just took the names from the module.
All right.
I'm gonna Olga became Olga Obsessive.
Yeah.
And I also created Kathy the Critic, because I can be very critical.
All right, that's a good one.
And so that's kind of where I'm at.
Good. Yeah, just keep, every day in that journal time, work on something. You can be thinking of it. The more aware you become, then the more chance that you have to use the tools.
True.
If you're not thinking about it at all, then you'll never remember to use the tools.
You're absolutely right. And you have to find which one works best for you. And we've covered 2.
Yeah.
And so I'm anxious to use those in the next week.
Yes, absolutely. So then let me know. I love hearing the stories, and everybody else could hear them too. So if you think of any time that you guys something happens, share your story, because you never know who is going to read that they'll be like, I need what she's doing. And you could just help save a life. It could be that impactful, or you could just make somebody feel better about themselves for that day.
Is that on the open group, the people that are in the whole program?
You could do it. I'm trying to think, you could just share it even on your own page. And if I see you post something, I'll probably snapshot it and share it onto my page. But you never know in your circle of influence of who knows you, who you may tell them what you're kind of doing and how it's benefited you. And all your friends know you, and they know who your Bound Nature things are. So if they're like, oh my gosh, this is completely changing Mickey, they'll want to know. So just thinking of who can help with it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, and then they can maybe ask, or even if we just touch one person, it's all worth it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I always start mine off and be like, I started this mindset journey and it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But I use these tools and this is something that happened. Or I never thought that I could stop being so critical
Right.
of people. But I've walked and I've seen all these people that I really want to be critical about. And I'm just joking, that one at work.
Well, that's the first thing I do is, come here, Daisy, is get critical, or criticize when I don't know how to deal with something.
Yeah.
And then, that's not at all helpful. But it's one of your girls is waving.
Oh, I'm not even seeing it. There's
that's funny.
Everybody's watching.
That made me laugh. Anyway, well, I hope Lori can. All she has to do is download the Zoom.
Yeah, I'll make sure. I might get on the phone with her and have her just kind of walking through it because I know it's on her phone. But sometimes technical things just aren't easy to figure out.
Yeah, you're right. And
so I'll walk her through it because I'd hate that. I mean, she was on here today, and I'm like, oh darn it!
School's starting pretty soon. So are we going to be changing this time?
We will. What did we decide? Well, I'll have to look at it and
okay.
And if she's okay with listening to the recordings, or maybe we can do like a Saturday morning.
Okay.
Like coffee time together.
You bet. Just let me know. Thursday nights are not good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, just let me know, and I will continue to do the work here and incorporate the deep breathing.
Yep, do that. Thinking in the moment. Think of as many different things as you can about your breath, about anything that is only present, and counting the breaths. And if you catch yourself wandering off, be like, nope, breathing.
Yeah,
because it happens. Like I think that's the hard. I think it's hard.
Well,
way over here in like a million different thoughts, and I'm like, I was just focusing on my breath. How did I get over here?
Exactly. And for 10 minutes is a real commitment. But once you learn how to do it, they say it's pretty powerful. So.
Yeah. Well, it's just very energizing too. It's like a nap. So yeah, let me know how that's going too.
I will do that, dear.
All right. Did you have any questions?
No, I don't right now.
Okay.
But if I do, I'll text you or email you.
Yep, absolutely.
And so
you're
getting caught up more than anything else here.
So I'm gonna really quick. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna stop the recording. In a second. But everybody have a great week, and we'll see you on the Monday night Facebook. But stay there, Mickey. I'm gonna.